Tighter airport security and higher gas prices appear to be boosting the nation's largest passenger rail service. Amtrak recently announced an all-time record number of 25 million passengers during 2007. But as the increased ridership means big business to the industry, KUJH-TV's Stephen Petritis has been looking into many obstacles that lie in its track. And he joins us now from the newsroom. Stephen?
True that numbers for Amtrak are up all across the board, Alex, but those same high gas prices that are forcing people to passenger rail are also forcing more cargo onto already packed railways. After speaking with railroad officials, I found that it's going to take a change in the infrastructure to keep the trains moving up and down the track.
Freight trains have dominated railways in the U.S. for years. Now, thanks to Amtrak's increased ridership and Senate Bill 294, passenger trains may no longer be left at a standstill.
We're just announcing this week that we're setting an all-time record of more than 25 million passengers. We've had 5 straight years of record ridership.
Reasons for train travel vary, but with a rider increase in 95% of Amtrak's routes, it's hard to argue that trains aren't becoming a trend.
This is nice and relaxing. I can read a book, I brought my lunch, lean back, I can take a nap if I want.
We can all be together and we can all kind of be rowdy and carry on, as opposed to if you're in a car or a bus.
I meet a lot of people and I like people, so I can talk and meet and still get paid for it.
We got to Union Station and this Amtrak was down.
Train travel has become more frequent, but officials say there are still problems.
There's been no real capital investment in the infrastructure to enable the trains to run better. And without a capital investment in the infrastructure, the trains aren't going to run very well on a very busy track like this. There are too many trains fighting for too little track.
Bill 294 would create a federal partnership that would match the money states put into their railways. But even with support at a national level, states need more trains, infrastructure, and more money. Money Kansas would rather put into roads.
Even with a national funding program in place for railroads, it will take a switch track here in Kansas to move money from the road to the rails.
A constitutional amendment has kept Kansas from funding railways. State Representative Tom Salone says it might be time for a change.
We have found that in many cases rail traffic will save the public highways significant wear and tear. I am sure that the state of Kansas will look very seriously at matching it to get those funds.
Amtrak's recent success in a national funding program, compounded with the high cost of road maintenance and fuel, means trains could give roads a run for their money in the near future.
You can't build roads fast enough, and roads are terribly expensive to build and maintain. When you have existing rail infrastructure, you can leverage to move people in a way that's more energy efficient and more environmentally friendly.
Conductors have noticed that customers are catching on to the benefits of train travel. They hope that tearing more tickets won't be short-lived.
For short travel, day trips, that I think people are starting to realize train's the way to go. Hoping anyway. Hoping, that's for sure.
Dudley might not have to hope much longer. Both federal and state legislature are on the right track to making reliable train travel a reality across the U.S.
The Rail Investment and Improvement Act passed through the Senate last month, and the bill is scheduled to be voted on by the House later this month.